Good morning, everybody. My name is Sergeant Vince Lewis. It's spelled VinceleWis, Phoenix Police Public Information. Joining me on stage today is Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. It's spelled Kategallego. Phoenix Police Chief Jerry Williams. It's Jeriwilliams. Phoenix City Council District Councilwoman Laura Pastor. It's Laurapastor. Phoenix City Council District 7. And Chairman of the Public Safety and Veterans Subcommittee, Michael Nowakowski, Michaelnowakowski, and ATF Special Agent in Charge, Monique Villegas. It's MoniqueVillegas. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Gallego.
Thank you. This week, our community experienced a senseless tragedy. 10-year-old Summer Brown lost her life. I want to thank you all for joining us this morning. I'm grateful to report that our Phoenix Police Department has made an arrest in the homicide of Summer Brown. I want to thank the Phoenix Police Department for working overtime and in partnership with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and our citizens. When something happens in our community, particularly to a child, the people of Phoenix step up, and the community provided support to the family as well as important tips. It is a tragic loss. Summer was only 10 years old. Our hearts go out to her family, her father, her mother, and her sister. I know that the community will continue to come together to support the family in their time of need. Thank you so much to our police department for working nonstop to make this arrest, and I will now turn it over to Chief Williams.
Good morning, and thank you to Mayor Gallego and those folks who are standing with me. Some of the critical people standing behind me are those individuals standing behind you who have been awake literally since this tragedy happened to bring justice to Summer Brown and her family. As mentioned, we did make an arrest in the suspect in this case. He's been identified as 20-year-old Joshua Gonzalez. He has been booked into jail on 1 count of first-degree murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault. I want to truly commend the tireless efforts of each of the employees involved in this investigation, which includes resources from the Homicide Detail, the Crime Gun Intelligence Unit, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau, the Phoenix Police Crime Lab, the Homeland Defense Bureau, Street Crimes Unit, Special Assignment Unit, and Patrol. And I mention all those because it truly takes a team effort in order to make this happen. These men and women all came together to work this case that led to the arrest, some of whom, as I look at them right now, have not slept since the day of the incident or have barely gone home to go to sleep. I also want to give kudos to the Phoenix Fire Department, who tried tirelessly to save Summer and treated and transported the victims. Their dedicated efforts are a testament to the professionalism and investigative talents of each member of our Phoenix Police Department. As Mayor Gallego mentioned, we could not have done this without the support of our community members. After seeing the bulletins, after finding details, after talking and listening, our investigators were able to really close this case because the community members stepped up. To our local and national media, we couldn't do this without you all too. You all pushed out the information that was critical in finding our suspect. This tragedy came down to critical information and the tips in solving this case. The community involvement, the compassion truly assisted in bringing justice for Summer and her family. At this time, we can take limited questions if anyone has any, but please direct whom you would like to respond to and answer the questions.
Chief Williams, how critical was that surveillance video from neighbors and then them handing it over right away to help you guys in this investigation?
Absolutely, undoubtedly critical. So as you all remember in our serial street shooter, we needed tips and information from our community. This, once again, was an exceptional example of good old-fashioned police work and following leads and our community members coming forward, and a testament truly to the local and national media, too, because without your help and assistance, we wouldn't have brought justice this summer.
Chief, it doesn't look like he was trying to hide. It looked like he had parked his truck out in the driveway out in the open. Has Gonzalez said anything or confessed to the crime?
So I would leave that to investigators to respond to and answer, but again, I still want to go back to the message, and the message is without community involvement and without those tips, a little girl who was gunned down, we wouldn't be able to find the suspect. So thank you all. Yes, ma'am.
Was there anything changed about the truck? It might be the investigators that can talk about this, but the color of the truck, the rims, the tires, anything like he was trying to not have his truck be noticed?
So I will leave that to the investigators to respond and answer, but it's safe to say that he did try to alter the truck's appearance. Yes, ma'am.
Do you know, I don't know if you know this, was it a specific tip led into silent witness, or was it a collection of tips that led to that location? Do you think that?
So great question. We did utilize silent witness as a resource, but it was really a culmination of everyone and all the efforts coming in order for us to find the suspect.
What can you tell us about the suspect? Did he live in that house where he was arrested? Is he a father?
I don't know whether he's a father or not. I do know that he has extended criminal history with our department. He does have a history of violence, and so those are critical key points for us. How about one more question, and then I'll turn it back over to Sergeant Lewis and or the investigators. Yes, ma'am.
Was there a lot of tips after the surveillance video and the photo were released? Did you notice a difference in about how many tips do you think came in from the public after the release of the surveillance video?
So that's specific information, so I'm going to have Sergeant Lewis and or the investigators talk about it. We thank you all so much for your support and your efforts. To our community members out there, you do have no idea how much you mean to us and Summers family and the Phoenix Police Department and the entire Phoenix community. Thank you for your assistance. So you all have a great morning. So we'll go out that way.
We're gonna release our leaders to get back to work. I'll be right back with you for some background details. So once again, my name is Sergeant Vince Lewis, is Vincelewis. I'll just give you some background information on this. On Wednesday, April 3rd of 2019 at around 5:45 p.m., officers from the Phoenix Police Department responded to a residence near 3800 West Moreland Street for a call of a shooting. And upon arrival, they located the victims, the family, in their vehicle in the driveway of the residence. The victim family had just arrived at home in their car when the suspect, who had been following them for a short distance, opened fire on the vehicle, striking it numerous times. Inside the vehicle, we know that 10-year-old Summer Brown was struck and critically wounded. Her father in the driver's seat also struck. Both were transported to hospitals, and Summer was later pronounced deceased at the hospital. Her father has since been treated and released and is expected to survive non-life-threatening injury. That evening, the investigators were activated and came together to work to solve this case. They determined that the suspect began following the victims in the white pickup that you saw the photos of. He began following them a short distance from their home after what appears to be the victim's family had just cut him off in traffic. So through the course of this investigation, surveillance video of the suspect vehicle and a composite sketch were released to the media and the community. Over the next few days, numerous tips came into Silent Witness, and it was a tip to police that led investigators to a truck and a person of interest at a residence near 6200 West Fairmount Avenue, approximately 5 miles from the scene. Police investigators identified the truck as the same vehicle used in the crime, even after modifications were actively made to change the vehicle's appearance. A search warrant was served on the home, and a handgun was located inside the garage, which was linked through forensic evidence to the homicide. 20-year-old Joshua Gonzalez was then booked into jail on 1 count of first-degree murder, 3 counts of aggravated assault, and I believe I sent the booking number, the MCSO booking number, around to your news desks. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Has he said anything, admitted to anything, except why he may have done this?
I don't have any specific information about admissions to share at this time. It's part of the ongoing investigation, but we did have the probable cause to book him into jail. Yes?
Chief Williams had mentioned that he was known to you guys. He had a criminal history. Is there anything you can give up right now that give us a little more insight to him?
Just that it was an extensive criminal history, violence, and so forth were part of that criminal history. That's what I can share. So it wasn't. It was the tips and the evidence that brought our attention to him on the day that we had located him. Yes.
I don't know if you could speak specifically about the evidence that was found. Was it on him or in the house that linked him to? Was it the gun that was found on him or in the house that linked him to the crime scene?
Yeah, so the gun was linked through forensic evidence to the crime, and that was found inside the residence in the garage. The truck out front, the wheels and tires had been changed. You'll notice the difference between the vehicle that you saw that was towed and then the photos that we put out. So again, there was active efforts made to change the appearance of that vehicle. So a little bit of that was in fact in play.
Did he live at that house?
Yes.
That's where he lived.
Yes.
Was he there at home alone when he was arrested?
That I don't know. Yeah, it was great to see the entire Phoenix community, and with the help through our media partners, really activated, shared that information. That they were forthcoming with that. We were able to obtain that surveillance video. We got the information we needed to complete the composite sketch. All of that was pushed out in a very rapid fashion, and that helped tremendously. That gave investigators the direction where they needed to go. And again, everybody had their eyes out and were giving us plenty of information.
Did the witnesses, I know the family was probably, they were getting shot, were they able to positively ID him before the forensics came in, or did they say anything to the effect of, yeah, that's him?
So it was critical information from a tip that led us to this person of interest, where we discovered the truck, the residence, the search warrant, discovered the weapon inside the home, and everything else. A totality of that investigation gave us a probable cause to arrest and identify Joshua Gonzalez.
Were they brought in? Was he brought? Were the witnesses brought in to ID him?
Well, I'll leave it at that. That it was a combination of evidence, both physical evidence and testimony, that helped.
I'm just wondering if they recognized him.
It's specific to the investigation, and you'll be able to submit records requests through media.request.ppd@phoenix.gov for copies of the reports. MCSO has the booking photo. You'll contact them. Two more questions?
Did any of that surveillance footage show his face? What I saw was an arm. Was his face shown at any time?
So the video that we released initially was very helpful in locating the truck, giving us make, model, year, that kind of a thing. So the rest of the sketch came from other evidence.
Could you see his face clearly in the surveillance video, or?
No, that composite sketch came from witness testimony. Okay? Okay, thank you very much.